Hey guys, so welcome to another cooking video, and today we are gonna make a honey garlic chicken breast type dish. Okay, so of course you'll need some chicken breasts. This is 2. So 2 chicken breasts, butter or margarine, apple cider vinegar, soy sauce, some honey, flour, a little bit of salt and pepper. It's basically just to taste. So this calls for 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, and I'm pretty much never out of minced garlic. So yeah, but I'm, since we're cooking it right now and we have none, I'm gonna sub it with powder. So if you decide to do that as well, you just cut it in half basically. So it'll be 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder right there. So this part, basically you can do 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, or you can do the 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, or you can do like 2 garlic cloves. So we're just gonna start with the chicken breast. So just grab a cutting board. No need to preheat anything. We're doing this in the frying pan. Okay, so you just want to grab a knife and we are just gonna cut it in half. Here, I'm just gonna move it like this, or else I'll keep knocking the camera. Okay, and then you can just put a little salt. And pepper. And I'm going to do this on both sides. This is split. It's just doesn't look like it is. Okay, so some butter. This is one of 2 times we'll be using some butter. So total butter being used in this recipe is 3.5 tablespoons, but right now we are using 2.5. So 1, 2.5. And just melt that in the pan. So we'll just turn the pan on. And I'm just gonna have it on like medium high. Okay, so you can just add your chicken now. And we're just gonna cook it 2 minutes per side. Okay, we can flip. It's been a couple of minutes now. And don't worry, you see pink, it's not coming out of this pan in a couple of minutes. So yeah, like it'll be flipped again later. So don't worry if you're still seeing pink on the one side. This is just the beginning cooking of it. Okay, I'm just making some rice. So we'll just disregard how it looks. That's just seasoning on top. It'll look better when done. You know what? I totally skipped the flour. Do you think we could put it in flour right now and then recook it? I don't know. So just to clarify, you cut the chicken, season it, then coat it in the flour, then throw it in the pan. Yeah, but I totally forgot about the flour part. So, but I'm willing to work with it. Here's a little dish. We're just gonna put some flour in here. So that's like 1/4 cup there. And we'll just dump that in. And I'm just gonna put a little extra since I had some sticking to the bottom of that. And so this part's a little backwards, but I still want to coat it. So let's just grab our chicken. And yeah, coat it. So we'll do that to all 4. Okay, I'll put that back in. So this part is definitely not the way to do it, but it's how I'm doing it since I forgot to coat it. And I'm trying to do it as fast as possible here so that the chicken doesn't end up overcooked because of it. There we go. And I'm just gonna put these tiny little pieces in. Might as well. Other than that, it's all in there. Okay, and our rice is boiling, so we'll tend to that in a minute here. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it an extra 1 minute each side just because I just put the flour on. But yeah. And then we'll do the next part. So yeah, that was a little backwards. Coat before it goes into the frying pan. Okay, already looks good, and we haven't even added the rest of the ingredients yet. But we will be doing that now while it's still cooking on the other side here. Okay, so our garlic powder. We're just gonna do 1.5, and you just want this at the side here. You just make a little room for it, and we'll make a little sauce on the side. And then 1 tablespoon of our butter. And just stir this together. Then we have our vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and that's gonna be 1 and a little bit. It's 1.5 tablespoons though. And then soy sauce. One tablespoon. Honey. which is 1/3 cup. I'm winging the honey, okay? So I'm just gonna, okay, I'm changing it for maple syrup because I do not want to dig through that honey container. Okay, I put like 1/4 cup of syrup. So that's in place of honey. And hopefully that'll taste good because that is definitely not part of the recipe. Which obviously will change the recipe because I will put that in the ingredients if it ends up being good. So now you can just kind of put your chicken in, get it in the sauce. And you can simmer for a minute. And then once that minute is done, it's ready. And this is part of my meal planning, so that's why I'm making rice. I'm gonna make some veggies too. And this is gonna feed me for a bit. Okay, our chicken should probably exit the pan now. So yeah, we're gonna dish that out. It looks delicious though. The rice will be ready in roughly 5 minutes, and same with my veggies. So yeah, let's just start dishing out the chicken. That there, and then that one in there. And okay. I know it doesn't look like much, but these are like pretty full meals once you add the rice and the veggies, and yeah, so it might not look like I'm taking much chicken, but honestly, it's a good chunk because there's gonna be other stuff in the dish. Okay, so we'll dish out some rice first, give the veggies a little time to finish up. So this is just some mushroom rice. Okay, the rest will go in my dish I'm gonna have now. Okay, and we'll just add some veggies. Okay, the rest of the veggies can be in our dish. Okay, so that is my meal plan. I'm just gonna cover that. Although, you know what? Let's cover it in a bit. We'll let the steam kind of do its thing. So I'll just move it over here. So there is our dish. So let's give it a taste. Just the chicken, like the side is kind of whatever. It's just to fill my little meal plans. Okay. So as you can see, the chicken's definitely cooked, because with me forgetting that flour, I actually cooked my chicken probably a little longer than direction-wise. But yeah, as long as it's not overcooked. You know, and you definitely don't want it undercooked. It won't be undercooked as long as you do the couple of minutes on each side, and then it's still sitting in the pan on heat when you're mixing in the sauce and all that, so it'll be perfectly fine. Yeah. It tastes really good. It's kind of like having, you know, when you order like Chinese and you get like What's that chicken that I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it tastes delicious. So that is my dinner for the weekend. It's Friday, so I'm cooking this on Friday. And yeah, so that'll be for Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so that is our dish. This is a more or less a honey garlic chicken, except I did substitute the honey with maple syrup due to some technical difficulties. But yeah, you can always use honey instead if you want. But if you want to know how it tasted, exactly how I made it, use maple syrup. And it tastes really good with the maple syrup, but what doesn't? And yeah, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.